Okay, so this is item 101 F to 150. So again, this is English majorship for the questions and with rationale. So for question 101, which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? Okay, what you stated was a true fact, letter A. B, what you stated was a true fact. C, you stated a true fact. Okay, so the answer for this item is letter C. You stated a true fact, right? So when it comes to grammar and correct usage, the sentence that is best is the one that is concise, short but clear. A and B are the same, plus it is the shortest and clearest version of C. So the answer for this item is letter C. You stated a true fact. All right, so 102, item 102. Which of the following sentences is the syntactically correct? A, the ball is round in shape. B, in shape, the ball is round. C, the ball is round. All right, so the answer is the ball is round, letter C. So round shape like a circle or ball. A and B would be redundant because of the word shape and the word round combined in both sentences. Okay, so again, letter C is the answer for this item. The ball is round. All right. So let's proceed to item 103. Which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? So A, please, comma, repeat it again. B, please, comma, repeat it. C, please, comma, repeat by doing it again. All right, so the answer here is letter B. Please repeat it. So repeat to say something again. A and B, C would be redundant because of the word again and the word repeat combined in both sentences. So it is clear that our answer for this item is letter B. Please repeat it. So item 104, which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? A, attending parties and fishing in the river made our vacation thrilling. B, attending parties and to feast in the river made our vacation thrilling. C, to attend parties and fishing in the river made our vacation thrilling. A, B, or C? All right. So the answer for this item is letter A. Attending parties and fishing in the river made our vacation thrilling. So only A adheres to the rule of parallelism. Parallelism. All right. That's correct. Attending and fishing both end in ing. So letter B, attending plus to feast, not parallel. C, to attend plus fishing is also not parallel. So it is clear that on this item, our answer is letter A. Attending parties and fishing in the river made our vacation thrilling. All right, so let's proceed to item 105. Which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? A, it's hard or it is hard to study and working at the same time. B, it is hard to study working at the same time. And letter C, it is hard to study and to work at the same time. All right, so our choices A, B, or C. Okay, so the answer for this item, letter C, it is hard to study and to work at the same time. So only C adheres to the rule of parallelism. 2 plus study plus 2 plus work. Both verb have to before them. A, to study plus working, not parallel. And letter B, to study plus working equals not parallel. So it is clear that the answer for this item is letter C. Okay, so let's proceed to the next item, number 106. Which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? A, she enjoys going to parties and talking with friends. B, she enjoys going to parties and to walk with friends. C, she enjoys going to parties and to walk with friends. Okay, so what's the best answer for this item? Which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? All right. So the answer for this item is letter A. She enjoys going to parties and talking with friends. So only A adheres to the rule of parallelism, going and talking both and in ing. So B, going plus to walk, not parallel. And letter C, going plus to walk is also not parallel. So the answer is letter A for this item. All right. So let's proceed to item 107. Which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? A, I like dancing, swimming, and to read. B, I like dancing, swimming, and reading. C, I like to dance, swimming, and reading. Okay, so what's the best answer for this? A, B, or C? So which of the following sentences is syntactically correct? All right, there you go. So, excuse me. So the answer for this item, letter B, I like dancing, swimming, and reading. So only B adheres to the rule of parallelism, dancing, swimming, and reading all end in ing form. So dancing plus swimming to read, not parallel. C, dance plus swimming plus reading, not also parallel. Okay? So the best answer here is letter B. I like dancing, swimming, and reading. All right. So next we have item 108. So I saved the crown. A, metonymy. Okay. Metonymy. B, metaphor. C, simile. D, allusion. Okay. I saved the crown. Metonymy, metaphor, simile, or allusion. The answer here is, I think, letter A. Metonymy. Okay. This one, metonymy. Okay, that's right. So for metaphor, we know that an expression that describes a person or object by referring to something that is considered to possess similar characteristics, know as or like. Okay, this one, know as or like. So example of this is, okay, we have here an example sentence. You are the sun. So it is an expression that describe a person or object by referring to something that is considered to possess similar characteristics. All right, so we have letter C. So for letter C, this is simile, is a figure of speech comparing two unlike things that is often introduced by like or as. All right, so you are introducing two different unlike things by using the word like or as. So that is simile. So example here is cheeks like roast. So on this sentence, the word like is being used in comparing to unlike things. Next is allusion, an implied or indirect reference. Next is metonymy. This is the right answer for this question. Metonymy is a figure of speech that replaces the name of a thing with the name of something else with which it is closely associated. So this is metonymy, all right? So in example sentence, triumph is replaced by the word crown, all right? Okay, there you go. So next, so item 109, seven rivers and mountains just to see you. A, antithesis. B, paradox. C, hyperbole. D, synecdoche. Okay, hi Rico. Okay, so for this item, the answer is hello. Okay, so for this item, the answer is hyperbole. Okay, so hyperbole is the right answer for this item. So for our choices, we have the antithesis is the use of contrasting concepts, words, or sentences within parallel grammatical structures. Example, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Okay, so those are the examples. For the letter B, paradox. Paradox is a statement that may seem absurd or contradictory, but yet can be true, or at least make sense. Example, freedom is slavery. And for letter D, synecdoche, a figure of speech by which a part is put for the whole. Example, 50 sail for 50 ships. And for the hyperbole, this is our answer, or this is the correct answer. Hyperbole, an expression which uses exaggeration for the sake of emphasis. I have a million things to do. So this is an example of a sentence for the hyperbole. I have a million things to do. So in the sentence, all right? So in the sentence, to show the effort of a person, he used exaggerated words. All right. So this one, exaggerated words to prove his point. No one can cross even rivers in its literal sense. Okay. So let's proceed to item 110. So the Hungry Flames ate all the shanties in the area. A, irony. B, allusion. D, metonymy. D, personification. All right. So the Hungry Flames ate all the shanties in the area. So these are our clue. So the Hungry Flames, who is hungry, is the flames. So ate all the shanties in the area. So it is clear that the answer for this item is letter D, personification. Okay, so personification, we know that personification is a figure of speech in which a thing, an idea, or an animal is given the human attributes, or we can say that it is the human qualities given to the animal or a thing. Okay, so this is personification. While on the other hand, on option A, irony, an expression by using language that normally signifies the opposite, typically for humorous or empathic effect. What a nice day when you had the worst day. So B, allusion, an implied or indirect reference. And for our option letter C, metonymy is a figure of speech that replaces the name of a thing with with the name of something else with which it is closely associated. Example, crown for monarchy. So the ability of the flames. All right. So this one, as you can see, ability of the flames to eat. All right. So to eat qualifies as a personification because the former, a non-living thing, has a living characteristic. So what is the living characteristic? Is to eat. All right. Okay. So I think this item is very clear. So the answer for this item is for personification. So let's proceed to item 111. So Jose is walking calculator. Okay, again, Jose is a walking calculator. Okay, so what's the answer for this? I think letter B, metaphor. Okay, there you go. So metaphor, because Jose is a walking calculator, directly describing two different things. All right. So this one, metaphor. So as you can see that a metaphor, an expression that describes a person or object by referring to something that is considered to possess similar characteristics. So describing, directly describing, and without using the word as or like, because if the sentence uses the as or like in describing two different things, that is simile. Okay, so that is simile. Okay, so simile is a figure of speech comparing two unlike things that is often introduced by like or as. Example, cheeks like roses. Okay, for our option letter C, it is litotes. Okay, so is a figure of speech in which a negative statement is used to affirm a positive statement. Example, Leia Salonga is not a bad singer. Okay, next is oxymoron, is a figure of speech in which apparently contradictory terms appear in conjunction. Example, cruel kindness, to make haste slowly. So in the sentence, Jose is likened to a walking calculator. Okay, so next we have item number 12, 112. She walks like a duck. Okay, so again, our clue here is, or the keyword is the word like. Okay, she walks like a duck. So this is describing two different things using the word like. Okay, so in this item, it is clear that the answer for this item is simile because it is describing two unlike things that is often introduced by like or as. Okay, so I think this is clear enough about the simile, metaphor, and personification. So again, for our option, irony, it is an expression by using language that normally signifies the opposite, typically for humorous or emphatic effect. What a nice day. So when you had the worst day. Next, metaphor, an expression that describes a person or object by referring to something that is considered to possess similar characteristics. So again, metaphor is not using the word as or like. All right. So next is litotes is a figure of speech in which a negative statement is used to affirm a positive statement. Example, Leia Salonga is not a bad singer. So in the sentence, she is likened to a duck with the use of the word like. Hence, the correct answer for this item is letter A. Okay, so this time let's proceed to item 113. So the problem blank difficult. A appears, B looks, C sounds, D seems. All right, so the problem blank difficult. Okay, so the problem blanks difficult. All right, seems. So the answer for this item is letter D, seems. The problem seems difficult. Okay, so one should look for appear when describing an observable condition. Example, Rhonda looks sad implies that there is some observable state or behavior that supports the statement. Rhonda may have tears rolling down her eyes, for example. So one should use seem to describe a perceived condition. Example, Rhonda seems sad. It is implies that the person making the statement has a perception regarding the condition of the subject. Okay, so one should use sounds to describe a heard, read condition. Example, Rhonda sounds sad. Someone said Rhonda is sad, or you heard her crying. Okay, so in the example sentence, it is more likely that the person speaking has a perceived notion of difficulty of the problem. Hence, the best answer is D, seems. Okay, so let's proceed to item 114. Your experience, blank, unbelievable. A, seems. B, sounds. C, looks. D, appears. Okay, so your experience, letter C. Okay, letter B. Sounds. Your experience sounds unbelievable. All right, not looks. Okay, so sounds unbelievable. Okay, so one should use look or appear when describing an observable condition. Example, Rhonda looks sad. It implies that there is some observable state or behavior that supports the statement. Rhonda may have tears rolling down her eyes, for example. So one should use seem to describe a perceived condition. Example, Rhonda seems sad. Implies that the person making the statement has a perception regarding the condition of the subject. So another is one should use the sounds to describe a heard, read condition. Example, Rhonda sounds sad. Someone said Rhonda is sad, or you heard her crying. So the answer for this item is letter B, sound or sounds. Your experience sounds unbelievable. All right. So let's proceed now to the next. Okay. Okay, so let's read this one. In the example sentence, it is more likely that one heard from another or his or her experience about a certain things. Reply that such experience is unbelievable, which most of the time is a positive comment. Seem would make unbelievable have a more or less negative connotation, while looks appears should be stated more by the one who experienced it rather than someone who just read it. Okay, so let's proceed now to item 115. She is one of the candidates who blank by the mirror. A was chosen, B were chosen, C are chosen, D is chosen. Okay, she is one, all right. So she is one of the candidates who blank by the mayor. All right. So the answer here is was chosen. She is one of the candidates who was chosen by the mayor. So she is a singular subject. Okay, so let's focus on this. She is a singular subject requiring a singular verb. Okay, it is clear. She is a singular verb or singular subject. It is a third person. So singular subject requiring a singular verb. So either A was chosen or D is chosen seems feasible. But the best answer is was, since the act of choosing is directly done. All right. So number 16, 116, Mother Blanc from the States this time next year. So had arrived, B has arrived, C shall arrive, D will arrive. Okay. So Mother Blanc from the States by this time next year. Okay, so the answer for this item shall have arrived. So the use of future perfect tense or future perfect tense emphasizes that the action will be finished before some future time or event. Form, it is will have plus past participle. In the example sentence, will is replaced by shall. In the sentence, by next year, some future event or time or event, the mother should have arrived, or the future action to be finished before the future time or event, which is next year. Okay, so next is 100, item 117. Although I refused to help Senner, she was very blank and continued asking me. A, insistent, D, persistent, D, aggressive, D, preserving, insistent. Okay, although I refused to help Center, she was very insistent and continued asking me. So insistent is demanding that something happen or that someone do something. Be persistent, continuing to do something or to do or to try to do something even though it's difficult. And for aggressive, okay, aggressive, ready and willing to fight or argue. And for the letter D, preserving, to keep safe from harm and loss. In the sentence, the woman was clearly insistent or demanding, although she was rejected already. So the answer here is letter A, insistent. Okay. Next, 118. 118. So the blank man talked badly about his friends behind their back. A, outspoken. B, domineering. C, conscientious. D, knowledge. Okay. The, the blank man talked badly about his friends behind their back. Okay. So outspoken. So the answer for this item is outspoken, talking in a free and honest way about your opinions. Then letter B, domineering, or tending too often to tell people what to do, often trying to control the behavior of others. Letter C, conscientious, concerned with doing something correctly. Next is knowledge or knowledgeable, having information, understanding, or skills that comes from experience of education. So outspoken can be seen as a positive thing since it makes someone honest, but being too much outspoken can also be negative as seen in the example sentence. The man already talked badly about his friends and even behind their back. So the answer is letter A. All right, so let's proceed to item 119. Mrs. Jose is a or am blank woman who does everything her husband wants. A, docile. B, kind. C, eager. D, considerate. Okay, A, docile. B, kind. C, eager. D, considerate. All right, so docile or docile. Okay, so there you go. So A, docile, easily taught, lead, or controlled. The word docile is synonymous with compliant, which means willing to do whatever you are asked or to order to do. Hence, letter A is the answer. And while option B, kind, having or showing a gentle nature and a desire to help others. And option C, eager, very excited and interesting. Letter D, considerate, showing kindness toward people, thinking about the rights and feelings of other people. Okay, so item 120. So this session is up to 125 items only. Okay, so let's proceed for 120. The man or the blank man talked badly about his friends behind their back. Okay, I think we're done with this question, but the choices is different. All right. So the blank man talked badly about his friends behind their back. A, frustrated. B, conceited. B, hypocrite. D, controversial. Okay, the blank man talked badly about his friends behind their back. Okay, hypocrite. So frustrated for letter A is frustrated. So the answer, our answer for this item is letter C, hypocrite or hypocrite. All right. So A, frustrated, angry, or annoyed because of being unable to do something. B, conceited, having or showing too much pride in your own worth or goodness. Letter C, hypocrite or hypocrite. Okay, hypocrite. Okay, so a person who claims or pretends to have certain beliefs about what is right, but who behaves in a way that disagree with those beliefs. D, controversial, relating to or causing much discussion, disagreement, or argument. More used with celebrities or popular persons. Okay, so the best answer is hypocrite because it is a universal rule that talking behind your friends or even is bad, but he still does it anyway. What he disagrees to be done him perhaps is also a reflection of what he does. Next is item 121. Jeannie is a blank girl. She believes everything you tell her. A, young. B, quiet. C, timid. D, gullible. All right. So Jeannie is a blank girl. She believes everything you tell her. So letter D is gullible. So when we say gullible, easily fooled or cheated, quick to believe something that is not true. But this is our right choice because if we are going to look back with our question, Jeannie is a blank girl. So next is she believes everything you tell her. So gullible, easily fooled or cheated, quick to believe something that is not true. Since Jeannie believes everything someone tells her may not that everything be true or not, she is considered as gullible. So letter A, young, not yet old. B, quiet, the quality or state of being quiet or calm. D, timid, a feeling or showing a lack of courage or confidence. So it is clear that the answer is gullible. Number 122, it is rude for a man to ask a woman her age. Okay, so that's true. It is rude for a man to ask a woman her age. A, dominant. B, impolite. C, impartial. D, indifferent. Okay, so what is your choice? So impolite. So the synonym of the word rude is impolite. A, dominant, more important, powerful, or successful. Impartial, not biased. D, indifferent, not interested or concerned. So the right answer is impolite, letter B. So let's proceed to item 123. The audience grew restive while the speaker was delivering his speech. A, weary. B, exhausted. C, tired. D, restless. Okay, the audience grew restive while the speaker was delivering his speech. Okay, weary. So B, so let's discuss this one. So letter B, exhausted. To use all someone's mental or physical energy completely, audience can simply be exhausted through listening to a speaker. So D, restless, feeling nervous or bored and tending to move around a lot. Audience can really move around a lot. So it all boils down to A, weary, and C, tired, which have similarities in meaning. Weary proceeds sometimes from an unwillingness in what we undertake. We are frequently tired, though through disposition of body and slow circulation of blood. For experience, listening to a speaker can cause us to feel unwillingness. Hence, the best answer is A, weary. Right, so let's have item 124. The boy jumped blank the pool. Okay, so A, on, B, at, C, in, D, into. The boy jumped blank the pool. Okay, the answer is into. So, into is coupled with the word jump in one suggests movement. So since it is more likely that the boy would move from outside towards the pool, the best answer is letter D, into. Okay, so this is the last item for the session. So she arrives blank the airport just on time. A, on, B, at, C, in, D, by. Okay, so the answer here is at. She arrives at the airport just on time. Right? So use of in and at when preceded by arrive. Okay? So again, use of in and at when preceded by arrive. For places, in general areas, countries, and cities. Example, I will arrive in Mexico. So use at for the specific places. Okay? So specific places. And I will arrive at your house. So in the sentence, the airport is a specific place. Hence, the answer is letter B, at. Okay, so we're done with our session this evening, items 100 to 125. And next time, we are going to have our discussion for the items 126 up to 150 for the English majorship and rationale. So that's the end of our discussion and for the question and answer. So have a good night.